Shalom Aleichem, Chava. Shalom Aleichem. The covered Rosh Chodesh Iyar. May 1st, May 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. Got that one wrong. Geschmack. The covered Shabbos Kodesh, 5 days until Shabbos. If you guys can't see or read what's behind me, I should get away. It's never too early to prepare for Shabbos. It's never too early to get ready for Shabbos. Gewalt, gewalt, gewalt. The second Shabbos is over, we get ready. We prepare for the next one. Much higher Shabbos, much more exalted Shabbos. And the covet Shavuos in 34 days. Yom Yerushalayim in 27. There's a lot to look forward to. Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaTzmaut this week. Big stuff happening in our Jewish calendar. And we have to start off with the tefillah B'Shem Kol Yisrael for Pesach Reuven ben Yosef Asar, Baruch Abbas Yehudis, Miriam Dibas Chani Ucheved, Yonah Bas Basa, Shira Bas Basa, Sinai Reuven ben Mani, and every neshama in Klal Yisrael. Let's open up our hearts. Teach us what we should say, Ribbona Sha'olam. Help us understand what we should ask for. Help us say our prayers with complete honesty and truthfulness, so that the light of truth will shine upon us, and we will be able to emerge from the thick darkness and the alien thoughts, the husks, quote unquote, that constantly confront us on all sides at all times. Especially when we are praying, we feel surrounded on every side and in every corner. The attacks come in all kinds of different ways. There are endless distractions. Ribbona Sha'olam, please save us. Please help us. Please show us the true path, the true honest path. And Bezrat Hashem should be able to connect to you in a much deeper and higher place. Halacha l'maisa. Halacha l'maisa. Chaver, this is the best part. This is the best part. We are in Siman Gimel talking about putting on garments in proper bearing, and we are on the 6th chelak in Siman Gimel. Chavra, it is forbidden to walk 4 amos or to recite words of holiness with an uncovered head. One should also accustom children to cover their heads, so that they should have the fear of heaven upon them. As we find related in the Gemara about Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak, when Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak was young, his mother was told by astrologers, your son will be a thief. For that time on, she never allowed him to uncover his head. She told him, cover your head so that the fear of heaven should be upon you. And this we could find in Shabbos 156b. Chaver Bezrat Hashem. We should cover our heads at all time, but most importantly, we should have the fear of heaven. And Gewalt, halacha l'maisa. Chaver, we're continuing on the soul of Jerusalem. The soul is goal. The goal is soul. We're on page 31. In the middle, we're going to be talking about beauty for the next couple of days. And let's start off. The Gemara says, Asara kabin yofi yardu la'olam. Right, this is in Kedushin 40b. 10 measures of beauty came down to the world. Everybody knows that Yerushalayim was 9. And the last remaining one was for the rest of the world. Yerushalayim, we all know, is a very beautiful place. And the most beautiful place in Yerushalayim is what we know as the Holy Temple, the Beis HaMikdash. Rav Nachman says that the destruction of the temple means that the beauty of the world is destroyed. From that moment on, beauty itself was destroyed. What do we perceive as beauty? I don't know. And that's what we're going to try to get into just a little bit. Today in the world, what is called beautiful? The more ugly and shallow and stupid it is, the more the world thinks is beautiful. Now, we're not going to go into all the details, but we just learned a couple of sikhas ago from Rabbeinu that the world, right, we can't fall for the world's foolishness, right, in the stupidity, right? The world may think that serving Hashem and trying to get closer to Hashem and trying to get closer to yourself is a foolish act. It's a foolish thing, right? So they make you come here, come over here, get involved with us, get involved in this world. But really, their world is the foolish world. Really, that's where the shallowness is. That's where the ugliness is. Real beauty, I can't even speak. Real beauty is meaningless in the world only because the holy temple is destroyed. Only because the temple is destroyed. What does it mean as a private person? What does this mean for us? Practical. Rabbi Nachman says something very strong. How does it sound to you if two people meet and the whole time they tell you how beautiful they are? Hey, I'm so beautiful. And the other side says, I'm so beautiful too. I do this. And I say, I do X, this and that. Imagine, right? You meet a girl or a girl meets a guy and she or he says, obviously, I'm the most beautiful girl. I'm the most handsome guy in the world. And I hope you are not nearsighted. Right? We look at that person, and each time that person says how beautiful they really are, the more ugly they get. Finally, after an hour of them saying how beautiful they are, how amazing things they're doing, right? We end up running away. It's not so beautiful. In Mamish, it's ugly. It's shallow. And however, we have to open up our hearts. Imagine if we meet someone and they tell you how beautiful another person is, how someone else is that much beautiful, how is so beautiful. Each time they tell you something beautiful about someone else, the more beautiful they get. That is the deepest. This is real. This is mamish deep. This is substantial. This is, you feel it. It's solid. People talk about the T4 bit, right? This is a term that someone revealed to me probably half a year ago. And people use it in yeshivas. It may be outside of yeshiva, I don't know. But T4, just to give you a practical example, it's a subtle flex. It's a subtle flex. So someone may come into Shachrit the next day, or may come late to Shachrit, and he'll tell the Chavra, oh boy, I'm so tired right now. I wish I had to turn off the lights at 3 a.m. I had to turn the base lights off at 3 a.m. And they come strolling into Shachrit a little late, right? There's the subtle flex. At that moment, how beautiful is that person? And a lot of people do this, and then people call each other out. It's a fun game. It's a fun game, but really, this is what's going on here on some level, right? How beautiful is that person in that moment? But imagine if that person came into Shachri and told the Chavra, I saw X doing X at this hour, at that time, learning this, or talking to a person like this. That person all of a sudden becomes that much more beautiful. In Chavra, just to end off, kind of weird speaking to my face, but really just having a chavruta with the Baruch Shalom in the background. Never too early to get ready for Shabbos, Chavra. Never too early. It's fired up. It's fired up. But what are people really craving nowadays? What are people really craving? People aren't craving for people to go around talking about how great they themselves are. What they are really craving is for other people to recognize and to acknowledge and to share how beautiful other people are and how beautiful themselves are. Right? Think about all the broken Yidden nowadays, or all the people who aren't broken but just need a good word. Right? A good word is free. It's free of cost. We have the ability to say something so geschmack to someone else. Right? A smile costs free but gives so much. Chavra, Bezrat Hashem, we should know the ikar of beauty is really not revealing or not telling your own beauty to someone else, but really to understand and to review the beauty of the Am and to bring everyone together and really to just create this connecting spark throughout all the Am Yisrael, and really to raise our awareness and to come to Ahavta l'recha kamocha, and come to the recognition that everyone has a chelik elakami mamash. And Bezrat Hashem, we should be able to see that in every single yid at all times, no matter what appears in front of our eyes, maybe the most disgusting act in the world, but mamash, we're able to extract the wisdom. We're able to look at that person immediately and say, Hashem implanted into them a chelik elakami mamash, and now let me work myself backwards, right? Inside out, not outside in. Chabra, have a great night, and we'll continue tomorrow.